The new toll-free number. We had to put on 7 operators standing by waiting to take your calls. The new toll-free number is 888-799-6111. We'll give immediate shipment. We'll ship UPS if you'd like. We'll ship post office. We want to get it to you as quick as we can. 6 DVDs. You only buy 3. We've reduced the price. 6 DVDs. You buy 3, we will give you 3 as a gift.
Give them the number again. People just want the number.
The number is 888-799-6111. New toll-free number, 888-799-6111. 7 operators are standing by right now to take your calls. You've never seen such a beautiful outline as what we're giving in
Okay, Lindsey, stay there. We've got a break. I want to come back in the final 10 minutes in overdrive. This will not be on your AM and FM dial. This will not be on Global Shortwave. It'll be on prisonplanet.tv, later put all over the world, but live right now, and the audio streams at Infowars.com. You got to go to Infowars.com. There's all these other affiliate and radio links and other streams. Infowars.com. Click now to be able to hear the final 10 minutes, because, Lindsey, I want you to, we've only covered, I know, a page or so of your notes. Give us a preview of what's coming up tomorrow, 30 minutes into the show. This is so important. I believe, Lindsey, his info's proven to be accurate. He does talk to a top globalist. He made the prediction almost 2 years ago here on the show that oil would drop to below 50. It did that for a solid year, as he said. Now he's giving us the latest inside intel. This is just as important when Jim Tucker gives us inside intel from Bilderberg Group meetings. We're looking into the crystal ball. Main transmission's ending now. God bless you all. Let's go into retransmission. Let's go.
You are listening to
We're going into
GCN.
Overdrive Live. Overdrive Live. Overdrive Live. Overdrive
Visit
Live.
GCNlive.com today.
Business. It's world government, scientific dictatorship run by vicious Luciferian control freaks. Even if you don't believe in God, the devil, and the 7 seas, you need to know the elite do believe in it. Pastor Lindsey Williams wrote a book 25 plus years ago about all the oil reserves in Alaska. It's confirmed he worked there with these people. He was a chaplain to these big board meetings between 3 big oil companies. He did get to know these people. Over a year and a half ago, he broke on this show that oil would go from 150 a barrel to below 50. It did that. He said for 1 year. It did it for about 11 months before it went back above. So he was right. Lindsey, you talked to this elitist, this former oil company CEO who you're friends with. You first talked to him a couple years ago when he threatened you and said the elite's going to take you out if you don't shut up. These old guys love to do that, love to threaten people, and they mean it. And studying history and talking to people that know these people, that's exactly how they operate. And they're real serious. They're like, I like you. We don't want to have to kill you. But they really mean it when they tell you that. We got 10 minutes in overdrive. Recap the first bullet points you covered, then give us the rest of the bullet points. And then tomorrow at 11:30, we'll go over them in detail.
Believe me, you're exactly right. Whenever they say it, they mean it. And you don't take it for granted. And Alex, I have not done a single radio talk show for 3 months. No one has heard this material before. Only a few days ago, I hope you're hearing this, folks, only a few days ago, not 2 years ago, few days ago, I dared to pick up the telephone and call this man. Alex, producer, said to me back about 2 months ago, he said, have you talked with this man yet? And he said, please, Alex, on the last show, I think you said, please give this man a call. I'd like to know what he says sometime. I didn't want to know what he had to say. I'll admit to you, I was afraid to even know what this man had to say. When I got back here, after 3 months of not doing a single show, I said one morning, I just feel the urge to pick up the phone and call this man. I had not talked with him in nearly 2 years. I did. He answered the phone. He said, here are the points. We're going to deal with them in depth tomorrow, one after the other. Number one, within 2 years, you will not recognize America. Oh, folks, I wish to goodness somehow you could realize that unless you take action immediately, I mean, I don't know what you're going to do, but whatever it takes, immediately, or your children and grandchildren will forever be slaves to the elite. The second point, the elite have altered their timeline. Now, this is unusual. They don't oftentimes do this. And I'll tell you on the show tomorrow how they have altered that timeline. They've altered it somewhat in relation to inflation. They've altered it slightly concerning the time that they have set for the total, utter, complete annihilation and collapse of the American dollar. And I'll tell you why they have done that and go into that in depth on tomorrow. I didn't even touch today on Saudi Arabia and OPEC and the Arabs and how it's affecting them because of what they're doing with oil right now. But oil's going back up to $70-something a barrel, and I'll get into that tomorrow. Some of you I know are saying, well, you said it was going down to $50. Well, that's exactly what they told me for a certain period of time, and I'll tell you where it's going tomorrow. I know it's going up some, but it's going back down some, too. Next, he said inflation will escalate over a period of 2 years. This is one of their timeline alterations. I had said 2 years ago that it was probably going to have super inflation within a year to a year and a half. He says now because the American people gave the elite approximately $2.5 trillion, Bloomberg's news service said. Oh, my goodness, I hope you caught that. $2.5 trillion, I didn't say billion, trillion dollars within the 2 months of the end of a Bush administration. You literally handed them on a silver platter approximately $2.5 trillion, and as a result, out of appreciation, I don't know how to say it any otherwise. You know, this is so startling, but yet it's also comical in so many ways. Until I have to just laugh sometimes. If I didn't, I wouldn't know how to stand it. But you gave them $2.5 trillion, and out of appreciation, so to speak, they kind of altered their timeline, and the inflation is going to escalate over a period of 2 years with, oh, my goodness, Katie barred the door at the end of 2 year period. You can't imagine what you're going to be facing. And they've already set the date. I mean, he used the expression over and over and over, 2 years, 2 years, 2 years. Okay, crude oil prices, we'll deal with that tomorrow. He said again, gold and silver are all you can rely on. I'd like to go into tomorrow why gold and silver are the currency of the elite. Your and my currency, well, not mine anymore if I can help it, is the Federal Reserve note. It's a joke, utterly a joke. Gold and silver never change prices. I know a few moments ago we talked about the fact that gold went up today and silver went up today. No, it didn't. The dollar went down. Gold and silver stayed where it was. The purchasing power of that gold is still the same. I'll try to explain tomorrow how that gold and silver are the currency of the elite, and that's the reason you don't pay any sales tax on it when you buy it. That's the reason that they don't regulate it. And then I'm going to go into tomorrow who is going to be the oh goodness, please. Alex, you're going to love this also. He gave me a schedule of events in chronological order of what you can expect. And who would you think, and I'll answer it on tomorrow, don't answer me now because it might not be right, who will be the last group of people to be touched in the order chronologically of their total control factor? You are going to be amazed how this relates.
Well, stop right there. Stop right there. Just give us a prelude. I know the DVD covers it all in detail, but I mean, we'll cover it more tomorrow. But give me a few of the schedule of events. Give me the first part.
Well,
you have it in front of you?
Yeah, I do. The last group to be touched, and this is going to surprise you. I know radio talk shows. All the talk show hosts are saying, oh, my goodness, we're about to be taken off the air. All the rest, would you believe the last group to be touched are going to be radio talk shows? Now,
well, Hitler did that. He allowed some prominent Jews to stay in Germany and stay in the theater and stay on in movies. So they're planning to let us flap and scream, and I've been told that it's almost like entertainment for them that you know that we're like the great dominator crushes America. And they're like, yes, that's right. And I go, I mean, is that what you're saying?